take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, we might lose control tonight. Got the shape enough to squeeze, looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
There we are, the North Coast Game of the Week, as we take a look at Strict Fadden Park in Perkins Township. Mike Lilgy with you, getting ready for, believe it or not, week 1 of the high school football season. And what an interesting matchup this was in Perkins Township, as the Perkins Pirates were taking on the Division II Villa Angeles St. Joseph Vikings. Perkins upping their strength of schedule over the last couple years, and this is definitely a great program coming into Perkins to take on the Pirates. Pirates, members of the Northern Ohio Conference now. First time in a long time, not a member of the Sandusky Bay Conference. Same goals, though, league championship, deep playoff run, and it's games like these that get you ready to win those big games down the stretch. Pirates feels like they just finished their baseball season a week ago. Of course, the Perkins baseball team won the Division IV state championship back in June. And here we are, the Grills fired up and ready to go for another high school football season. I'll take 2, thank you. Maybe 3. Oh, there's Mr. Watson, the athletic director at Perkins High School. Got to get that Pirate gear, too. Oh, future cheerleaders.
Love it.
There we go. Got to get those ladies ready to be the Pirate cheerleaders of the future.
Yeah, right. I got a lot of you. You got a few more.
One thing Perkins has is a great support system around their athletic program.
Let's go Pirate.
Oh, there we go. The crew in the press box getting ready to go on a Friday night. Students ready to go. Maybe not ready to go back to school, but ready to get going for another high school football season. There you see some of the Pirate varsity cheerleaders. Good looking mascot there as well. Pirate Marching Band, always one of the tops in the area. Opening night for the Marching Band as well. Was a beautiful Friday evening, which is good because this one took a while to get finished. 3.5 hours or so this game went on a Friday evening, but plenty of excitement, as you'll see. There we go. Ched and Matt's on board. Big shout out to Brian and the staff. Our fan of the game, battling for that free pizza from Ched and Matt's. And no, don't give it away. You won the battle. You won the battle, but you lost the war. Our friends at Snow Trails can't start thinking about snow skiing just yet. I know Tom Whaley thinks about snow skiing year round, but we're not there just yet. And look, completed pass. He's got the pizza in his hands, and then he's just going to give it up. I don't know. I don't think that's wise. I would have kept it for myself. That's right. Go Pirates. Pirates and Vikings tonight. Again, shout out to Snow Trails. A couple months away. We'll get to you. We're going to enjoy the weather while we have it. Pirates and Vikings, a very nautical matchup here tonight in Perkins Township. That glitter will never come out. But maybe it'll last the entire football season. There's Coach Jalen Santoro and the Pirates. Coach Santoro knowing coming into the game tonight that if they won, he becomes the program's all-time winner. He was tied with Rock Farlow at 57 wins coming into the evening. So you know at some point this year it was going to be broken. It was just a matter of when. There you see the Pirates taking the field. Shores and Islands, Ohio. Getting ready to go here. They're bringing you the first quarter. And Hard-Tongue title. They've been supporting local athletes for generations. Pirates wearing those white helmets. They've got the black shells that they can put on there as well. There's Danny Buga kicking it away, and Danny had a big game as the kicker. Right off the bat, we will start with a touchback. Ben Olemaker on the sideline. Standout for the Sandusky Blue Streaks and the University of Findlay Oilers, or Findlay University. And the Vikings will go to work here. And you see a run to the outside, and there's Dante Shipp coming up and making the big hit. That was a big man. That was D'Angelo White, 6'5", 245, running the football. He is a tight end committed to Louisville. As we take another look here, brought to you by Matthews Ford. So he's going to be playing college football in the ACC, and Dante Shipp didn't really care much. Came up and popped him and knocked him out of bounds. Good quickness there, bouncing that one to the outside and getting some yardage. That was Leonte Wright. As that one, a little bit of wobble to it. And the Vikings coming off of a 10-win season last year. Ronnie Taylor wearing number 2 there. Getting stacked up that time. Pirates, last 2 years, graduated some pretty talented seniors, but a lot of talent back for Perkins as well. That ball off the mark. You see the quarterback there, Julian Harris, is a sophomore. Moving into the shotgun. Good pressure initially, got away, and then an even bigger pop coming up there that time. It was Landon Flores, who is a senior linebacker. And we'll get another look at it here. You see the good initial pressure there by Baden Bollinger, senior linebacker. And then Flores cleans it up, helmet popping off. And the Pirates force a punt. Took a little bit of a Pirate bounce there, and we will see the Perkins offense for the first time here. Grant Coonley, the new quarterback. And a thank you to the supporters here. You have Leslie Murray Law, Crush Wine Bar, Dockside Cafe, Pizza House East, O.E. Meyer Propane Division, Sandusky Bay Pancake House, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Steinemann Hafner Insurance. There you see Grant Coonley. Came over to Perkins last year. That ball might have been tipped and was a part of that Perkins basketball team that won its first ever regional championship. Nice little run there by Levi Jackson.
Tighten down, Bryce!
Coonley, pressure coming, and not much you can do with that one. That was big Jaden Chase tracking him down. And the Pirates had to punt after their first possession.
Hey, one.
Good quickness there to elude the first tackle, but there's Bollinger to come up and make the hit. Bollinger had a nice wrestling season for the Pirates. And just past the outstretched diving arms of the intended receiver there. That was Dylan Wilson as this one is heaved deep downfield and picked off by the Pirates. And Caden Legando came away with the interception as we'll get another good look here. Again, brought to you by Matthews Ford. Play action. Flores got the pressure. I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt there. As you see, Caden Legando had that ball tipped and still had the concentration to stick with it. There's JoJo Moore with the carry. Scoreless early on here, but once these two teams got going, the points would come fast and furious. Got that ball to Ship out there on the wing. His dad, a good athlete at Perkins High School back in his day. Football, basketball, track star. Good defense there. Wilson breaking up the pass. Week 1 games across the area. Didn't have a lot of close games as we'll get another look here. Brought to you by Matthews Ford. I was at the Bellevue-Clyde game. A lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers, the kind of thing you see week 1, and you can see both of these teams kind of getting off to a slow start. Of course, you have scrimmages, but everything's a little bit different when you play under the Friday night lights as Danny Buga going to take off and slides for the first down. Oh, no, he didn't get it. Oh, they marked him short. See Danny there. No pressure. All-conference goalkeeper for the Pirates soccer team, by the way. Tucks it and runs and... Ooh. I don't know. Pretty close. But they give the ball back to the Vikings in prime scoring position here. Harris going to hand it off. Not much running room there for Ronnie Taylor Jr. That Pirate defense has been pretty stout here these last few years, but that one thrown perfectly and snagged out of the air. That was Tion Brazen, a 6'1" junior. Watch him go up. Defensive back couldn't find the football. Touchdown Vikings. And the extra point is no good. And that will come back to play a big part in this game. 6-0. Our scoreboard brought to you by Savista Bank. Villa Angeles St. Joe. If you guys are fans of the Ohio State Buckeyes, their now sophomore running back Bo Jackson was a Viking. Pirates having trouble getting it going on the ground. Miscommunication there with a little bit of pressure on Coonley. Coonley trying to elude pressure, not going to be able to get it away. And don't forget to keep it local and visit all our local sponsors down there in the bottom left-hand corner. Of course, Grant Coonley taking over for Sam Schweinfurth, who put up tons of yards and touchdowns over the last couple years. That pass completed there to Martinez, who I was alerted to this ahead of time. He's number 5 on the roster, but he was wearing number 10 tonight, trying to get a little bit sneaky. Little jitterbug run there for not a lot of yardage. There's Flores in on a tackle again. Pirates maybe not as big on the front line as they've been here these last couple years, but quick and athletic. hard to find kids the size of big Eli Sanchez, who had been there for 4 years. Pitch it wide, first down and more. Another nice run there by Wright. Not much doing on that first down carry. Of course, these week 1 games, we'll see good play there defensively. Quarterback on the rollout. Going to set up a 3rd and long there as Carter Cook makes the big play. But these early season games, health also an issue when it comes to players cramping up. And unfortunately, once the cramps start to set in, it's tough to get rid of. That one probably should have been completed. And Bryce Davies saying, I picked it off, and he did. Got it off the deflection and got his feet in. Bryce Davey committed to play college football at Grand Valley State. Big play there for the Pirates. That is the 2nd turnover they've forced. And we'll get another look at it here. And see, couldn't really put it in there much better that time if you're Harris, but off the receiver, and Bryce Davey with the catch got the feet in. Pirates backed up, but they'll take it. Well, given right back though, and that'll be an easy walk-in touchdown on the interception. Pressure in the quarterback's face, and Lenante Wright with the easy interception return for a touchdown. Another look at it here brought to you by Matthews Ford, and that might be one of those situations they talk about when they watch the film that better off to just throw that one away and live to fight again on 2nd down. That makes it 12-0 in favor of the Vikings. And VA St. Joe's going for 2 here because they missed the first extra point and did not get it, as Ship will make the tackle. And first quarter play in the books. Opening night, high school football, week 1. Pirates forced a couple turnovers, but trailing on the scoreboard. North Coast game of the week. As we get ready for the second quarter, brought to you by Wake Up and Waffle. They're in downtown Sandusky. If you haven't been there yet, make sure you check it out. And Ehovie Career Center. Boy, that campus just keeps expanding. It is a terrific facility now, and as soon as that expansion's done, it's going to be amazing what they can offer to area students. Here you see the Pirate cheerleaders, 6-0. VA St. Joe with the lead on the Civista Bank scoreboard. That's right. Let's go, Pirates. Not much doing there on that run. Harris out into the flat. And there you see a battle along the sideline. Down 2nd and goal coming up. Again, you see big number 18, D'Angelo White, in the mix there as a blocker. And now St. Joe will get into the end zone, get that 2nd touchdown. So that'll make it 12-0. Get another look here brought to you by Matthews Ford. can see all the offensive linemen doing a good job reaching and getting those blocks. Nice job following them in by Taylor to get into the end zone. And now, after they missed the first extra point, they'll go for 2. And they'll pick it up. So that will make up for that first missed extra point. And the Pirates trailing 14-0 here in the second quarter, looking to get some offense of their own going. Looking like they're in trouble, but sometimes when you're in trouble, special teams can come to the forefront. There's Bryce Davey, didn't catch it cleanly, but guess what? It doesn't matter. They are not going to catch Bryce Davey. Kickoff return for a touchdown, a quick answer back for the Pirates. Bryce Davey, they credited him at 83 yards on the return. And again, offense can't get it going. Sometimes it's the special teams that provide a spark. Special teams early in the year are always interesting because you obviously practice them and you get into the scrimmages, and very rarely do teams run live special teams in their scrimmage. So you get out there week 1, and it's the first time you're live tackling an opponent, and then you make sure that opponent a future college football player like Bryce Davey, and you're just not going to catch him. See the Pirates celebrating there in the end zone, and there's a Danny Buga kick. And just like that, it's 14-7. Pirates right back in the football game.
Don't forget our Perkins Pirates cheerleaders. Throwing out.
There you can see Bryce trying to get as much water in as possible. This one will be returned from deep as Buga put him back inside the 5-yard line. Good coverage by the Pirates. And there's that Perkins defense coming to life again. There's that man, number 8. North Coast Game of the Week. Don't forget to support all the local businesses who sponsor this as well. And a big thank you to all our supporters. Leslie Murray Law, Crush Wine Bar, Dockside Cafe, Pizza House East, O.E. Meyer Propane Division, Sandusky Bay Pancake House, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Steinemann Hafner Insurance.
2-0-2.
Here's a look at our Civista Bank scoreboard.
Please come to the east end of the press box.
Got to get the face paint out, the eye black out for week 1 for sure. Pirates run defense looking good here to start this drive. And another attempt right into the middle of the Pirate defense, nothing doing. Good little play action bootleg there, and they got it off to White in the flat, but there again, you have Dante Ship Jr. also in there on the tackle, JoJo Moore, and this is your Bringing the Heat, brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal. Pretty good fake there on the bootleg. You can see the end gets sucked in. Harris squares the shoulders, gets it off to his Division I tight end who makes the catch, and immediately Moore and Ship there to pop him. Quite a few offers for that young man too, Dante Ship Jr. High-level offers to play college football. Just a junior at Perkins. That was Bringing the Heat, brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal. See the Vikings getting the play from the sideline here after they see how the defense lined up. And couldn't get the play off. Trying to draw the Pirates off sides, and they'll end up punting it away. Not much of a punt initially, but it got a nice bounce for the Vikings. So the Pirates back out there offensively, trying to get something going, and there is a little bit of a wildcat formation, and Ship got it down the sideline for a big gainer for the Pirates. Changing up that formation a little bit. Another look here brought to you by Matthews Ford. You see Moore with the lead block. And Dante Ship Jr. almost outrunning his blockers. You know that's a good sign when your lead blockers don't have anyone out in front of them to block.
Pirates at the 44.
So a big gainer there. They go right back to that wildcat, and there's Ship making a play again with his legs.
They don't want it no more.
That wildcat, pretty effective for those two plays for the Pirates. Trying to get on the board for the first time here offensively as Levi Jackson takes it to the edge. Gets cut down around the 5-yard line there. We'll get a good look at it here. And bit of a hold there on the edge. Brought to you by Matthews Ford. Good look at that slow motion instant replay. These kids look fast even in slow motion now. But unfortunately, you saw the holding there on the edge. That'll back the Pirates up. And a special thanks. Please support all these local businesses. Pirates back at it here. It's a big penalty. Now, fellas. Everyone get along. Not a lot of running room there for JoJo Moore.
JoJo Moore on the carry.
Coonley. Oh, almost had that one picked off. Good break there by the defensive back that time. That was Bresman who caught the touchdown pass earlier. And you see, really good break, able to get his hands on the ball, but couldn't pull it in. Nice break there for the Pirates. And that'll lead to a Danny Buga field goal. That one at 31 yards. And it'll bring the Pirates closer on the Civista Bank scoreboard. Oh, there's Zig and Mr. Spear. Oh, don't try and get off screen, Jason. We all saw you. Again, visit all the local businesses down in the lower left-hand corner and keep it local. Pirates trailing by 4. Defense getting better and better here in the second quarter.
Come on, we gotta win this play. Win this play. Go along.
Saw Levi Jackson flying up and getting in on that tackle. Plenty of time there for Harris. Initially that was. Couldn't find anyone to throw to, and it's going to leave the Vikings in a 3rd and long after a short gain. trying to get it over the middle. Good defense there by Moore. Breaking that one up. And the Pirates get the ball back. So after trailing 14-0 in this one, Perkins will get the ball back with a chance to take the lead.
In the press box here tonight. And again, don't forget the Pirate cheerleaders.
Good crowd on hand, as you might expect.
Rolling out.
Pirates football has been a hot ticket here over these last few years. 2 years ago, made it all the way to the state championship game. Last year, another conference championship. As did Caden Gando come down with that? No, intercepted. Really good play out there. It's Braylon Boyd. Yep, called it incomplete, and then an incomplete pass there for Ship. And the Pirates will have to punt it away again. See the flag coming down in the backfield. Ooh, good open field tackle there by Ship. As it looked like Taylor had a lot of running room, and that time Bollinger wraps Taylor up and pulls him down. Third down here. Misdirection, play action again. And almost a tremendous diving catch there. You see in the background a minute 52 play in the quarter, and there you see Bryce Davies starting to cramp up. And St. Joe's wide receiver cramping up as well. Again, that was Martinez. Whistles before the snap. Again, not much initially on the punt. Got a little bit of a roll, though, for the Vikings. Pirates trying to put some points back on the board before they get to halftime here. Home opener for the Perkins Pirates. And Coonley, again, trying to find Legando down the sideline. They called the pass interference there, gave the Pirates an extra 15, and that pass off the mark, looking for Connor Smith. And they got the Vikings to jump off sides there. So some free yardage for the Pirates. Cooley finds Ship, and did they say he stepped out of bounds? Is that what they ruled? They ruled him out of bounds. We'll have to take another look at this. Mr. Whaley had the best shot of the night down the sideline here, brought to you by Matthews Ford. And there's the catch. And, I didn't see it. I think that's a touchdown. Travis Crabtree thought it was a touchdown. Yeah, it's week one for the officials, too. They might have missed that one. But they do mark it down at the 8-yard line. Pirates going to go back to that Wildcat look, and that is a big loss blown up by the Vikings in the backfield. So can the Pirates overcome a bad call? They can. Touchdown, Perkins. From 14 down. Oh, come on, Rhett. You can do better than that. From 14 down to up 16 to 14. And here's our red zone play of the game, brought to you by Restore Pro. Pirates, remember, They had a touchdown taken away that should have been a touchdown. Then you lose yardage on the running play, and Grant Coonley says, doesn't matter. I'll drop it right in the bucket. Touchdown, Pirates. And then the ball spin that'll live in infamy for Rhett Wennis. You can do better than that, Rhett. I know you can do better. But either way, it's a touchdown, Pirates. They take their first lead of the 2026 football season. Red Zone play of the game brought to you by Restore Pro. They might have to restore Rhett's pride after getting caught on camera. Danny Buga's extra point made it 17-14. We'll see on the Civista Bank scoreboard. So the Pirates got points on right before the end of the half. Kick that one out of bounds. And just take a knee. We'll head to halftime. So again, Perkins trailed early, 14-0. But 17 straight points on the board for the Perkins Pirates. And they're up at home at halftime over the Villa Angela St. Joe Vikings, 17-14. And that young man, Dante Shipp Jr., making some big plays offensively and defensively in that first half for the Pirates. And how about number 3 there? Bryce Davey also with the kickoff return for a touchdown. Halftime, Pirates up 17-14. North Coast Game of the Week. Another good look there at Strickfaden Park. And the third quarter going to be brought to you by the Old Fish House in Huron. Beautiful setting down there on the pier in Huron. And the Sandusky Bay Pancake House since 1966. They've just been getting bigger and bigger every year. Steve Schuster had the world's largest potato at the Sandusky Bay Pancake House a couple weeks ago. There you see our score as we start the third quarter on the Civista Bank scoreboard. There's a future Pirate cheerleader, no doubt. Is that our guy who gave up the free pizza? Come on, man. Must have been Hawaiian night for the student section. Third quarter underway. And JoJo Moore with the slip and fall. And JoJo looked like he was getting up a little bit slow. Again, these week 1 games where it's a little bit warm outside still, even though it wasn't too hot of a night, you always see cramping become an issue. Big special thanks to all these local businesses. Pirates trying to get things going, and there you see that play was absolutely blown up from the snap, and Grant Coonley had no chance. That was big Antonio Hodges, 6'3", 255, who just blew that play up. And Pirates up against it here to start the third quarter. And a whistle before the snap. You see third and really long, and Grant Coonley looking for room and not finding any. Big sack, and Buga will punt it away. There you see it'll roll dead shy of midfield. So the Pirates scored as the ball comes popping loose there, but couldn't control it. So the Pirates scored 17 straight points. And now St. Joe trying to answer back. See Harris with a good play action look. Even better coverage back there by Caden Legando, who's Going to be playing college football at Ohio University after he graduates. That's right. He's going to be joining Blake Parker and Tim Bowles, who were also Pirate football players down at OU. Perkins getting the football back. Pirates had some success on the ground with that Wildcat look, but trying to get things going in the traditional run game against the Vikings hasn't been very easy for them. Off the back foot and just kind of throwing that one away. Another punt coming here for Perkins. And a nice return will set St. Joe up with good field position. Neither team having a lot of success on the ground. Pretty stout run defenses. Had a receiver out there, couldn't connect with him. Harris will let that one fly, just looking downfield for that big Division I tight end recruit, D'Angelo White. Pirates force another punt. And good return there. Ship out near midfield. Couldn't connect on the slant try. You see some of these plays on both sides. Just feels like a week one game where not everyone's on the same page just yet, but they come back the other way and they complete that pass to Legando for a first down. Trying to get Legando down the sideline and overthrew him. Big pile of Vikings there, bringing more down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Little play action bootleg and almost a great diving catch there by Wadsworth. Logan Wadsworth, one of their juniors. Got his hands on it but couldn't quite haul it in. So Danny Buga from 47 yards and then some. Makes it 20 straight points here for the Pirates as they go up 20-14. There you saw the time remaining in the third quarter. And this is our Hermes Parker Concrete paving the way. And Danny Buga's leg is strong enough. I think he could have kicked a cinder block through the upright here from 47 yards out. Good snap, good hold. And Danny Buga booms it through and then some. High up on that netting back there. Again, paving the way, brought to you by Hermes Parker Concrete. So Danny Buga, we've seen him make a 31-yard field goal and a 47-yard field goal tonight. 20-14, Pirates. That one will go out of bounds untouched, so Vikings will start from their own 35-yard line. Pretty good field position. Nice tackle there by Dante Ship Jr. Ball had a little bit of a wobble to it, but got it out to his receiver. And Martinez makes a couple people miss. Third down. They set up that screen pass and a lot of room to run down the sideline and into the end zone. And that is Taylor Jr., his second touchdown. Remember, Ronnie Taylor Jr. had a rushing touchdown in the second quarter. The extra point this time up and good, and the Vikings take the lead back 21-20. It was a 59-yard screen pass for a touchdown on third down for the Vikings, who take the lead back. And the Pirates trying to do the same thing as Coonley had pressure in his face and got the ball off to Levi Jackson. Again, the running room, not a lot there for either team in the traditional run game. And thank you for your support. Please support these local businesses. Snow Trails, Savista Bank, Matthews Ford, Cameo Pizza, Fresh Electric Inc., Flynn Pie and Kraus, Toff Funeral Home and Crematory, Restore Pro, Musicians Alley, Erie County Community Bank. One of these days I'll learn how to read. They go back to that Wildcat trailing by 1, and the Vikings might have figured that out after 2 big gainers on the Wildcat. There you see a minute 39 to play in the third quarter as Bugo punted away after 2 big gainers early on using that Wildcat. The last 2 have been negative yardage. Vikings getting some yardage there on a little bit of a counter play, and that was big D'Angelo White again. And now a heave downfield. Good coverage. Third and short. Depends on the mark there. They gave it to him. 1st and 10. There's Taylor Jr. with a couple of touchdowns already. He found some running room and runs through a couple tackles. Good gain there for the Vikings. Saw a flag coming down in the middle of the pile. Usually when it's in that spot, you know it's going to be a hold, so 10 yards lost, but about 22 gained there. Another big play made by Brasman. Here comes the reverse. Nice little spin move there, and a good shoestring tackle by Legando stops him at the 1. But a little bit of trickery as we end the third quarter. When we start the fourth, it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for the Vikings. Pirates, though, made a little magic when they ran 20 straight points off, but now they find themselves trailing 21-20 heading to the fourth quarter. That's all right, Rhett. Keep working on it. Pirates and Vikings, week number 1 of the high school football season. North Coast game of the week, fourth quarter, coming up. Fourth quarter going to be brought to you by Groff Funeral Home. You can see they have locations in Sandusky, Milan, Huron, and North Coast Handyman. Give them a call at 419-656-0905. And all of a sudden, I have the urge to go down a slide. Here you see the Pirate Marching Band. 1st and goal from the 1 will lead to a touchdown for the Vikings. Now remember, the Pirates had run off 20 straight points. Big block of an extra point there. But now a couple straight scores by St. Joe, and they lead it 27-20. That was Harris with the 1-yard run, by the way, for St. Joe. And the Pirates trailing by 7 now. Nice run there by Grant Coonley up the far side. Get some yardage when it looked like there wasn't going to be any. See the Vikings trying to rip that ball out of Levi Jackson's hands, but Levi hanging on to it. Pirates do pick up the first down there. Move the chains. We'll get another look here. Again, brought to you by Matthews Ford. You see Jackson puts his head down. Bollinger with a little bit of a help push from behind. Got to keep those chains moving. Out of a pistol look that time. A little bit of running room starting to open up for the Pirates. Play action, got it away, but incomplete. Probably better off that he didn't catch that. Got it into the hands of Caden Legando, made a move. And the young man who's heading to Ohio University is also heading to the end zone. Touchdown Pirates, 57 yards on a wide receiver screen. So St. Joe scored on a screen pass, and Pirates will score on a screen pass of their own. Caden Legando, as we'll get a good look at it here, brought to you by Matthews Ford. Nice job by Coonley to get that ball away and not have it batted down. See, Legando makes a quick little move, and there's no one left back there to catch him. As we've seen the last 4 or 5 years, a lot of speed on this Pirate football team. And the Danny Buga extra point knots us up at 27 apiece. Remember, St. Joe missed an extra point after their first score, went for 2 and made up for that, but then the Pirates just recently here blocked an extra point. And that'll play a big role in the completion of this game. All those kids asking Hayden, or Caden, how'd you get so fast? Buga will kick it through the end zone, automatic touchback in high school football. Harris again with the bootleg out and picked off. And Dante Ship Jr. lost it, got it back in the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. And how about that for a turn of events? You get the 51-yard touchdown pass, and then a 24-yard interception return for a touchdown. And all of a sudden, the Pirates are back up on top. This has been a game of runs for sure. As we'll get another look here, brought to you by Matthews Ford. Harris hit as he throws, but a really good read there by Ship. And there you see it slipped out of his hand, but it got a friendly bounce as it bounced right back to him. Touchdown Pirates. Danny Buga on for the extra point. And it is up and good. And just like that, the Pirates have scored 14 straight points and now lead it 34-27.
Hey, this boy the real deal, man. This boy the real deal. Real deal right here.
A lot of college coaches believe in the same thing. Be interesting to see where he decides to commit to. Again, keep it local, and please visit all the sponsors you see down there in the lower left-hand corner. Nice tackle. Bollinger comes up and makes the play. So we saw St. Joe score the first 14 points of the game. Pirates scored the next 20. St. Joe then scored the next 13. And the Pirates came back and scored 14 in a row.
Push the ball, Dante!
See Wright, the smaller and maybe quicker of the running backs, but that time not quick enough to get away from Bollinger and Flores. That time able to find some running room, picks up the first down and then some. And unfortunately, saw a Pirate down there at the end of the play. You had a feeling coming in that this was going to be a fun matchup between two really good programs. One in Division II in the Vikings, and the Pirates obviously Division IV school. Harris going to let it fly. Back corner of the end zone. Couldn't throw that any better, and this time able to come down with the catch is Martimus. And we'll get another look here, brought to you by Matthews Ford. Put that one right where it needed to be. Remember, earlier in the game, they ran that play, and it went off of the receiver's hands, and Davey was able to intercept it. The extra point up and good. Martimus, 25-yard touchdown pass. So we're all tied up again, this time at 34 apiece. Chip with the nice return. Coonley looking deep and overthrows Wadsworth, but a flag comes in. Get another good look at this one, brought to you by Matthews Ford. And yeah, if you're a Pirate fan, you'll definitely take it. I'm not sure that Wadsworth was going to be able to catch that ball, but he'll take the extra 15 yards. Coonley with pressure in his face, and there's three Vikings there to dump him. Coonley, first year starting quarterback for the Pirates, but 2 years starting experience for the St. Paul Flyers in the Firelands Conference. On the run here, got it away. Jackson with the play. Still fourth down, and Danny Bugle punted away into the end zone. Might notice the plays are picking up pace here. It's because this game, as I mentioned, took 3.5 hours to get all the way through. I was home and almost in bed for my game on Friday night, and this game was still going. See, third and short, and Taylor stumbling forward, able to pick up the first down. Artemis with another reception, able to spin out of that tackle. Second and very short, another first down is Wright will pick it up. Feels like both these defenses have been on the field a long time here tonight. The other thing you find in the, big play there. Big play in the backfield. Cook with another big play. He had a sack early in the game. And just got enough. Definition of a shoestring tackle. They were trying to set up a screen there, and Harris saw that it was covered well, and he will just slide down. Taking that loss rather than forcing a play. A big thank you for your support. Please support these local businesses. J Bistro in downtown, Matthews Ford, Snyder Collision, Lake Erie Aesthetics and Wellness, Vita in downtown Sandusky, the Huron Pizza House, Gnomes Podiatric Medicine, Dr. Gene Kubitz, Pizza Brothers, Heart Tongue Title, and TC's Slide Through and Drive Through. There you see tied at 34 on the Civista Bank scoreboard. And Grant Coonley can't elude the pressure. Someone lost a shoe in there as well as Danny Buga will punt it away.
At the 20-yard line of the Pirates.
So we are heading to overtime now, tied at 34. And each team gets the ball from the 20-yard line. You can get a first down. See the jet sweep there to Martimus. You see a nice tackle by Jackson. Again, it's been a game of runs. We'll get another look here at this great defensive play brought to you by Matthews Ford. First time we've seen that jet sweep look. For the most part, Pirates have made some nice open field tackles. Harris got it away, and a big catch there by D'Angelo White. Good for a first down. He hasn't been a huge factor in this game, but his big catch will lead to a touchdown. That is Wright who gets into the end zone. Oh, excuse me, that is Leon Jackson. Had another number switch on me with that 8-yard run. Pirates trying to answer back. So now the Pirates have to score and make the extra point to keep this one alive. Fumbled snap after the incomplete pass. So Perkins will have to talk this one over, but everything is 4-down territory when you're trailing in overtime, and an easy one there. Slant pattern. They got Legando into the end zone. 18-yard touchdown pass. It's the advantage of going second in the overtime period. You know what you have to do based on what the other team did, and the Pirates knew you have to get in the end zone. See, Legando just beats his man off the line. No help over top. Touchdown Pirates. Now Danny Buga has to make this extra point to keep this game going. And based on what we've seen so far tonight, you wouldn't think that would have been a problem, and it wasn't. We're all knotted at 41 apiece on the Civista Bank scoreboard. There you see Bryce Davey. Three-sport athlete for the Pirates, but all he's thinking about right now is winning this football game. So in overtime number 2, the Pirates will start with possession. A near interception. And then Jackson unable to find much running room. Third down. Coonley through the hands of Wadsworth at the 10-yard line. Probably would have given the Pirates a first down. But now it is a 36-yard field goal attempt from Danny Buga. And he booms another one through. So 3 field goals on the evening, 31, 47, and 36. And now the Pirates defense has a chance to close it out. And that snap went to no one in particular. You can see Harris looking back like, what just happened there? St. Joe then flinching at the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden, again, they can pick up a first down here if they get to the 10-yard line, but it is 2nd and a mile and a half. They do complete a pass. Big third down coming up. Those Pirate defenders pinning their ears back, trying to get to Harris, rolling, firing, incomplete. So now it is 4th and game, and we have another timeout called here. Pirates defense with a chance to win this. An overtime thriller, week 1. Perkins Pirates 1-0. And technically a come from behind win. Remember, they trailed 14-0 right off the bat, but how big was that blocked extra point in regulation? Means that when the Pirates scored their touchdown, they didn't have to go for 2 to try and tie the game. Danny Buga was able to put it through the uprights and tie that game up, and eventually we go to overtime, and it's a Buga 36-yard field goal and a defensive stand in the second overtime that wins it for the Pirates. Hard-fought week 1 win, but you will take it. Perkins 1-0 on the season, and it's time for our Pancake Player of the Game, brought to you by the Sandusky Bay Pancake House. 60 years they've been serving the North Coast. If you haven't been there yet, I don't know why you haven't been. Get there. Go for breakfast. Go for lunch. You see the Miami of Ohio logo there. Steve Schuster, a proud Miami alum. Pancake Player of the Game, Bryce Davey. Remember, at this point, the Pirates were down 14-0. And it was a special teams play by Bryce Davey. Got it going. Got the Pirates in the end zone for the first time. And at that point, their offense was struggling. You never know if he doesn't return that one for a touchdown. Maybe the Pirates don't get it to overtime and win this game. And here was a big interception. Able to concentrate. Deflection, get the feet in, interception, Bryce Davey. So there's our Pancake Player of the Game. Get the cinnamon roll pancakes, young man. Pretty good. Bryce Davey coming off of a spring where he was a state champion in baseball, their starting center fielder. Coming off of a winner where he was a part of that basketball team, a starter that won their first ever regional championship. And now, the biggest honor of all, Pancake Player of the Game. There you see the Pirates. Their next game will actually be on Thursday night against Toledo Scott up in Toledo. They play Thursday night at 6 o'clock. Next week's game of the week could be a fun one. The Edison Chargers at home against the Bluffton Pirates. Two teams that have been perennial playoff contenders. That'll be the game of the week next week. Congratulations, Pirates. 2 overtimes it took, but they come away with the win. Hey, North Coast game of the week. Let it roll.